Okay, I'm an author. I'm getting ready to publish some books. So I wanted to show you how I set up my author journal and also the pages that I have in my everyday journal that help me shift back and forth so that I can write a book. So this is to show you guys my setup. Are you guys ready to jump into some pages and how they can help you write a book? Let's go. Plan phase. Okay, so for the author pages, there's sometimes a lot of different things that you can add, but these are the things that I want to add to my things. So we have release and promotion schedules. Not enough room. Editing, tracker, publisher tracker, writing tracker. This can be the hours. So the hours you spent either editing or writing. And then a word count. And then you have character and places that you kind of need to know. You have the act breakdown. Writing resources. Projects that you're working on. Writing goals. Publisher calendar. So you can write a calendar up here too. Writing to-do list. Plot. What if pages or book ideal pages. Some other things that might be like good references are 7 key elements of a book, 12 common character types, scene list, meetings. You could do projects and then have the details. And then you can have a breakdown by week. You can also have your writing goals and you can have your schedule. Okay, so going to grab a highlighter. And so releases, promotion, schedule. Let's try that again. Excuse me. Editing tracker, publisher tracker, publisher calendar. Those, the ones I'm highlighting in green, can go into your daily. I don't use the writing tracker, so I'm not going to actually put that one in. Writing goals and schedule. I do write the projects and details down. Writing to-do list, which is pretty much the projects one. And then any meetings, weekly breakdown. So those are the ones that I will put into my regular one. So then we have releases and promotions that are going into my everyday one, editing tracker, publishing tracker, calendar, writing tracker, word count, projects, details, writing goal schedule, writing to-do list. And then the rest of these: character places, act breakdown, writing resources, plot, what if or book ideal pages, 7 key elements, 12 common characters, and scene list. Those are going to go into specific author notebook. Okay, so this is my author book, and this is how I do a book plan. So I have a word count, and I break it down from first draft to second edit, third edit, and then I'll do a final, or I'll change the number of edits, depends. Then I have a working title, a genre, a point of view. I have the key characters, secondary characters, and enhancements or contrast if they have any powers or anything like that goes in here. Then these two boxes here are 13 across. This one is 17 down, this one is 10 down. These ones are 14 across this way, 9 down, and 8 down. This is 8 down and 12 across. So these are 15, 14, and 13, and then 3 down. Then I have conflicts, a blurb, symbolic elements. So if there's anything like a sword or a piece of jewelry or anything like that that might be symbolic, I will put it in here so I remember. And then the main settings. So this is just talking about where it will be found, maybe short descriptions, and I can always extend this down if I need to. So these ones are 11 across, this one is 14 down, this one is 13, this one is 15 across and 11 down, so 15 across and 6 down. And I left this big space here in case I need to add any other details or extend any of the boxes. And then I do a chapter outline. So I use I call it the December method. So I check if it has a draft, if the edits are done, and then if it's completed and it's published. I will check those as I go. So I just write down the main things that happen in each chapter, and I leave myself enough room over here in case I need to write a little bit more than one sentence. And then I will just kind of go, or if I ended up with 20 different chapters or however many chapters, I have space to kind of move it through. And then I do this. So this is the chapter, and then I do the main, broke it down into 3 words or something about the different areas. So these are all 6 across except for, yeah, these are all 6 across, and then this right here and this right here can be checked. This is just to write the chapter name or chapter number. And then what I do is I write the people on here or different elements like their powers or things that they're learning up on the top. And then as I go through and I mark out a section for chapter 1, I will go, okay, this person is here, but they're not in chapter 3. Do they get mentioned? So that way I know that the people and the things are coming down throughout the entire story. And I left another page, a couple pages blank. So that way I can also write notes about the book as well. So I gave myself at least 6 pages per section for each book. And then in the back of my book, so all of these tabs are different books that I'm working on. And then the back of the book is a what if. So I'm going to use some sticky notes and go, okay, well, what if this happens or this happens? So then I can have some ideas and I can plop them in there if I want to. And then I'm going to put in the 17 key elements of a book. I'm also going to be putting in 12 common character types right here. My writing resources go on this page, and then ideals about different books go all the way back here. So this is my author book. I have a couple of different things that go with my author book though. So back here, I have a bunch of loose papers that I'm slowly transferring into this. So this is actually my book ideal. It's written in, it's got all my different ideals for different books that I want to write. So I always kind of have something like this around to be like, okay, I have this ideal, or what ifs, or whatever I want to write. So I have this little one in the back of my author book. So that way, if I start a new book, I can look at this and see. So this is my author book. Now we're going to jump to my other book. Okay, in my main book, the main things that I do are word count. So I actually changed this because at first it was 500. So now I have it as 1,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000. It goes all the way up to 15,000. Then it jumps to 20, 25, 30, and then 50. That way I can kind of go, wow, I'm over above 30. So that's for the month. So I do word count, and I'm going to do like a bar graph here to kind of go up or down depending on where I meet my count. And then in the monthlies, what I do is, I've shared it in the other videos, but I do a weekly reach what I want to get accomplished in that weekly week. And then I also do word counts here. So I count out the 2 different projects I'm working on. I keep a word count here, and then I write the total down below. So I'll do a total down here. So obviously this week I didn't do as well keeping up with it because we're now into this week here. But it kind of helps me keep track. So those are the 2 main things I keep in my main journal for being an author. I almost forgot, but I wanted to share this page here. This is not technically just for writing. It's for art projects, for business ideals, or anything else. But I do have a spot just for brainstorming ideal drops because I want it all in one place in the journal. Before, when I did my last journal, it was in every month. I didn't like that because I don't like searching for them. So now I have them all in one spot. So it's for my author ideals, for my art ideals, it's for business ideals, it's for any kind of ideals that I have pertaining to what I'm doing. I just wanted to share that before I stop.